Alright, folks. I thought you guys were messing with me. And I wake up today, and I've got 40, 50 emails to you guys talking about a new sensitivity banned term that Wizards of the Coast just announced that makes us all racist and terrible people. My name is Rudy. You're watching the Alpha Investments Cardboard YouTube channel. This is the channel where I report the news on all the trading card CCGs. We talk about the things that go up, down, bamboozle in circles, and sometimes you guys don't want to hear what I have to say. Other times it makes you angry, but it needs to be discussed so we have a public record of the history of this crazy industry and you guys know what's going on. So, first, I received a couple messages late last night about people telling me that, Rudy, the word shaman, is now, Wizards of the Coast no longer wants to use the word shaman. And at first, I just kind of deleted the messages. I just kind of, somebody just ate some, too much Chick-fil-A or had some bad tacos or something. And I thought something weird was going on. Then, I wake up this morning and I'm blown up with a ton of you guys saying, Rudy, bro, you got to cover this. So from what I gather, Dr. Mark Bottomwater, Bathwater, Rosewater, the very, very smart individual works for Wizards of the Coast that unfortunately has a history of saying some pretty outrageous things. People pretty much message him on his Blogatog official website asking, with some of the new cards coming, why was the term shaman changed? And the creatures that were shamans have now been renamed to different categories and different creature types. And, it started off as kind of just a simple question. There were fans of, certain characters in some of the old Magic sets. And, of course, they're making some really cool new artwork and some new creatures and new characters. And suddenly they're shifting them all the names. And, Dr. Mark decided to respond and say, we don't want to use that word as much. We're trying to avoid using this word. And that one sentence has now led us to a new era of Firestorm after banning the word Kaladesh, one of everyone's favorite Magic the Gathering sets in modern history, that came out like 10 years ago that everybody loves, and now we found out 10 years later that we are all racist, terrible humans because we loved Kaladesh, and it's derogatory to somebody somewhere, apparently. So the shaman situation, I'm a numbers guy. All I know is finance and numbers and, that kind of thing. So I'm not very good at history, lore, and anything else that's smart in the world. I'm kind of stupid. So I want to say that I Googled definition of shaman, and apparently it's just some sort of human individual who kind of connects with the real world and the spirit world and is kind of in tune with that kind of thing. I didn't really see what the problem is, but other individuals told me that this is now in the category of like gypsies, which is similar to another derogatory term that we're not allowed to use anymore. I don't know if there's truth to this. I don't know if this is more of that injection with Wizards of the Coast, because I don't know, because nobody's ever really complained, or I don't know anyone who's just saying, they bought boxes of cards from me and they returned them all saying, Rudy, there's a card in this set that has a shaman type of character. And then they got mad and just, took back my gift cards to, Chick-fil-A. Nobody really. So what this means is I thought we were past all of this sensitivity and cultural stuff since the market's booming. Hasbro and Wizards continue to make pricing really, really expensive for the upcoming Final Fantasy, and the market's eating it up anyways. I didn't think we'd be revisiting another throwback to bannings and sensitivity stuff. I thought we made it through that era. Okay. Just a recap for those of you new to this YouTube channel. In 2020, when the country lost its mind, and you know what happened in 2020, and everybody the IQ, I think, was divided by 2 across the United States. And then in some cities in the U.S., it took the square root of the IQ, and we never recovered. So in 2020, when everybody became stupider, that is a word, we banned a lot of things. All kinds of Arabian Night cards, the Crusade, the Jihad, the Gypsies, the Devils, Stone-Throwing Devils, Invoke the P. There's a whole list of stuff. I mean, even, Earthbind, pretty much a very good-looking, very healthy young lady who's in a fairy costume and it has bondage, and she's kind of stuck to something, and everybody said you're not allowed to look at that. So I thought that the 2020 we came to an end, and then last year, at the end of last year, Q4, in 2024, well, we had the surprise removal of the word Kaladesh because it was derogatory. And now in 2025, we have a return of the same thing of now shaman. You're not allowed to, they really don't want to print future cards and use the terminology for shamans. Is it shaman? Shaman. Raymond? Noodles? I'm hungry. So, friendly advice to everybody out there. First, do not make investment decisions or speculate now and go on TCG Player and run searches and look up creatures that are that type of, character type. I don't recommend doing that. If you look at what happened with Kaladesh, the boxes went from 300, spiked to 1,000, and are back to 450. So, still 30-40% higher than before it happened. But again, the markets become very, very volatile. And I would definitely caution you all, don't make any financial decisions, because now that Mark Rosewater has said that a new type of creature is derogatory, they don't want to use the words anymore because words make my feelings hurt. So I would encourage you all to be very careful on making business decisions. I don't know if this is going to lead to more situations where they remove the cards from the Magic the Gathering database. I don't know if that's going to lead to more situations where certain cards from the past are bought out. I don't know if that's going to lead to new updates in terminology where the old cards are now considered this. I don't know what it's going to lead to. In my opinion, just as I tell you all, the same thing I always feel, you got to make peace with this stuff. Whether you agree with it or not, I don't agree with any form of censorship or anything. I don't agree with modifying a fantasy card game because of cultural trends that always change every 5 to 10 years. I don't know what's going to become right or wrong in the year 2030 and 2035 and 2040. I don't know if all robots and computers are going to be sensitive and that AI, and they're going to be insulted, and then we're going to have to go back and ban cards towards computers or different type. I don't know. When I was a high schooler and a teenager, being a nerd in video games and simple things like that was very frowned upon and laughed at. Just playing Magic the Gathering when I was in middle school, I was already considered the nerd and the loser. Okay, and then as we evolved from the beautiful 90s into the future, we realized that Magic the Gathering in the 90s and Dungeons and Dragons in the 90s and video games in the 90s were not evil and satanic and did not warp our brains, and it just wasn't a real thing. So we left that era into the 2000s. So every time we shift forward in this timeline, there's always going to be a new hot, not sensitive, cool, not cool category of cards, culture, people, trends, and pretty much lifestyles. So my advice to you all is, you need to focus. If you're just a Magic player, who cares? Ignore this video. I don't even know why you watch Alpha Investments. If you're a collector, I don't think I would add or remove or make any changes. And obviously, if you're an investor in the cardboard world, I would definitely say, understand that this is happening, but don't make any financial decisions on something like Mark Rosewater saying, we really don't want to use this word. We're trying not to use the word anymore. And that's a soft way of them saying is, how do I say this? It's a politically correct way of saying that Wizards of the Coast on behalf and Mark Rosewater on behalf of Wizards, they are not going to use it anymore. He's being gentle about it after what happened with Kaladesh, but the fact that it's been screenshot and shared and it's gone all over the place, making a comment saying we're trying not to use it. Let me translate that for you guys. They banned the word. They're not using it. It's not going to happen again. He's trying to not make a deal after the Kaladesh thing. Because that's what I would do. If I was in human resources and public relations and I had to try to, if I was in the business of trying to tell you all I'm for the community and I'm going to sell you all get rich quick CDs, I'm going to launch the Rudy meme rug coin rocket something. I don't know what's the hot pump and dump or rug, whatever's this week's hot thing. If I was in charge of some PR with this, I would be doing the same thing. I would tell this guy, hey, Mark, you need to be very gentle with your wording be very short and simple because we've been dealing with backlash and people are just going nuts because it's, well, the internet. So I just want to get this out there. You guys wanted me to respond to it. My response is, you know, you need to live your life and you can't let some of these dumb things bother you. I'm covering the video because you guys wanted me to. I think this entire video and this topic is just a stupid, dumb waste of time, dumb shit, if you want my opinion. If anyone out there is bothered by the magic card in a shaman character, you know, kind of witchcraft wizard character, whatever, if you are bothered by a magic card based on a fantasy card game, that's not real. That's why it's a fantasy card game. We all play video games and we enjoy card games because it takes us from the real world and it's a nice getaway. You get to focus and reset, not think about it. That's the point. So if you're out there and these kind of things bother you, my advice to, you know, people like you is, first of all, Rudy still loves you. I give you a hug. I like every. If you like cards, I like you. You may not like me, but I still like you. I give you a free hug. Normally I charge 69 cents, but for you, I give you a hug, make you feel better. And life is short. And there's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of bamboozling. There's a lot of really just shady things that aren't illegal, but they're morally wrong. There's a lot of things that go on, and you really should be focusing on bigger things and important things, and never try to look for shortcuts and get rich quick. Don't try to find programs where you can go from working here to driving what color is your Bugatti. Look, I mean, life is a long journey, and it's a sum of thousands and thousands of choices you make. And some people are right place, right time. Some people are smarter than other people. There's a lot of people out there that make me feel like an idiot. There's a lot of people that I think are 10 times dumber than me. I'm not the smartest, I'm not the dumbest. And I feel that most of us fit into that range. And topics like this make us all kind of go. I feel like the John Travolta meme, right? In Pulp Fiction, where he's... Who's upset? Are you guys okay? I mean, like, Yu-Gi-Oh box? Magic? I don't know. Piece of paper? Print run of pallet number 183. Yeah, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of things out there that, just remember, everybody, take it with a grain of salt. Because you're going to see comments on this saying, oh my god, Wizards once again is being so stupid, I'm never buying Magic again. They're a ripoff, which, well, they are expensive, and it's a very fine line of a ripoff. And other people are going to be like, good, finally they're cracking down on bad people. So you're going to see comments below on both sides. My opinion, no matter how you feel about what I'm telling you today, in the grand scheme, it doesn't really matter. So you shouldn't have much reaction. You shouldn't be surprised that companies are focused on the dumbest things possible. Wizards of the Coast should be focused on paying their employees is a very fair living, or paying them better because the company's doing really good now, giving them bonuses and taking care of the thousands of good people that work at WotC and design the cards, test the cards, do the artwork, come up with the mechanics. There are thousands of people at Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro that are incredibly hardworking, passionate people. And you cannot take this out as, you know, down with Magic or down with Hasbro, you know, when you just have a couple people probably at the top that simply don't reflect common sense and things that matter. You know, if I was running Wizards of the Coast or Hasbro, yeah, I would pretty much probably fire most of the people at the top. I'd probably promote most of the people at the bottom and recalibrate the people working there. Because usually the people at the top are cocky, they're disconnected, they don't know what the fuck's going on. And usually they're the ones that are like, you know what? Here's my fancy suit. We need to do this more. And everybody else is like, well, sir, the public's complaining about the price point. Yes, you in the back. Sir, hello, Corporate Rudy. People are upset about the print quality of the cards and misprints and pringling and curling. You over there. Yes, the public is upset about the power level and the lack of balance in the gameplay. I don't care about any of that. You, ban the word shaman. You, Kaladesh, you're out. Go to the mailroom. You're demoted to the basement with the Bobs. You see what I'm saying? So just remember, folks, most people are good people. And while topics like this kind of it hurts the brain, you can't let it dictate your decisions and you can't let it drive you in different directions in life, because Magic is doing very well. the Final Fantasy, the Tarkir set, everything going on and coming up here is, I mean, it's doing really well. So thanks for listening today. Final comments to you guys. Sorry I didn't have any videos the last 2 days. You guys can end the video here. I'm just going to give you updates now on the channel. Finally organized, got my inventory, everything adjusted, up and running. Orders for the patrons are shipping back to 1 to 2 days. Everything's back to normal. We had a really good Flesh and Blood sale. Did far better than I thought. We did, this week coming up, we have the Pokemon Sword and Shield High Roller Kit, which is a throwback. For those of you who weren't around or whatever, you missed it, you're angry, who cares? I am doing a 6-box variety kit of the Sword and Shield era Pokemon of sets like, I don't know, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, I don't know, Fusion Strike, or Lost Origins, Silver Tempest. We're going to make a really cool variety kit, and it's going to be expensive as shit. I'm going to add up the market prices online. If it comes out to be $3,000 plus tax, $3,200, I'll take off, okay, wow, a case of 6 is $3,200. I'll take off $300-400 and it'll be $2,900 shipped, and that's really it. If you missed out and you want to buy some good boxes from a safe source like Creepy Rudy, that's an option for you coming up here. If you just missed out, and some of you out there, honestly, if you don't have a lot of capital or anything and you're not in a situation, let it go. You want honest advice, let it go. It's like a crazy ex-boyfriend, girlfriend. I know you think about them. I know there's times you're just like, oh, I should have done this. Or maybe what if I did that? Or just, you want a piece of Rudy advice in life? Let it go. The Beatles. There are things in life, like the Beatles say, you got to let it be, man. There are things in life you will never get the answer to. Even if you go back and ask somebody, even if you could relive things, you're always going to have that regret. You're always going to have that I should have said this in the moment. That is life. You have to make peace with it. On Pokemon Sword and Shield, it's all out of print. It's all gone. Only evil investors like Rudy and probably whoever else is out there has the product, and it's very expensive. You can buy it today. I can get you a little discount off market. Past that, you can buy on TCG Player, support some LGSs, or you need to make peace, just move on. The prices will go higher. I don't care if you buy it or not, because I'll just pretty much wait. I'll run another sale in 2 years from now. That's a personal decision you need to determine, okay? Last but not least, after that, I'm going to try this Sunday. Coming up here, folks, I am going to try to go with the new, I'm either going to do the one-piece sale for like OP7 or OP8. I know you guys keep asking me to do that. I got tons of cases and pallets. You guys can get some good deals. Or I'm going to go with the Scratch and Dent Sorcery Arthurian Legends sale, where I got all my damage indented. I got a bunch of Arthurian Legends boxes that have like corner damage and little dents or imperfections in the outer wrapping, a little hole or an opening, or the wrapper's too tight or thick or whatever. So I've got some, I took all my leftover stuff, my leftover promos and playmats, and I took the Scratch and Dent leftover dented boxes, and I made a handful of leftover Arthurian Legends kits. So Sunday night, if you guys want to buy some, either, I haven't decided if it's going to be the One Piece or the Arthurian Legends leftovers. They will be obviously marked down. I think before they were like, $5.50, $5.99 for a kit. So I'm probably going to mark it down to like the 400s or something. So yeah, I mean, your booster boxes aren't going to be perfect, but hey, you want, the playmats and the exclusive Rudy playmats and the Witch promo alone, I think is almost $300. So essentially, you can get like 3 boxes, booster boxes, and the little starter deck. I mean, it'd come out to be like what, $50-60 a box or something? 6, 12. Yeah, it's about $65 a box. So I mean, hey, if you're looking for something like that, you just want to open the packs and have some fun, that'll be a good sale for you. And then, of course, I want to mention, I'm filming this video, my palace of Aether Drift play boxes actually showed up a week early. So as of the filming this video today, I have added the Aether Drift product line to the patron list. So I have Aether Drift boxes for the whole $100, shipped to your door, including shipping. No shady friends and family PayPal to avoid fees, and you can't, no. Normal goods and services. Don't give me your zip code. $100 shipped. You can get up to it. It's on the monthly magic list for the cheap Rudy stuff. So we got all our we got all our play boxes now for the 118, for the older play boxes. Remember, play boxes moving forward, Tarkir, Edge of Eternity, Aether Drift are all going to be the $100 ship. So they are cheaper than the previous play boxes. Now I still have the Duskmourn, Thunder Junction, Bloomborough, the Foundations. Those are all 118 shipped. So you're still getting about $150 off market price per case. And I know a lot of you guys have been buying it, just flipping and opening singles, doing drafts and strip magic with your friends. And that makes me happy to know you guys are enjoying that. That's really cool. That's about it. I'm just warning you all, going into March, it's going to be crazy. I've got 4 different sales for Journey Together with Pokemon. We got sleeve boosters and accessory turning together. We got the booster box sale. We got the ETB case sale. And then we've got a small flesh and blood sale. We've got the other One Piece OP8 sale. And I think we have a new One Piece OP10 coming. I think so, right? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming in the works, everybody. So, anyways, that's all. I just want to give you guys a small channel update. And guess what? Starting the next 24 hours, we're finally bringing back the box opening videos. I'm sending out a sign-up sheet. Patrons are signing up as we speak to pretty much return to doing box opening videos on the channel. I miss cracking and enjoying and talking about the new cards with you guys, so we're finally bringing that back. Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, you'll have a beautiful day out there. And yes, it is a very strong bull market. Please be careful. Don't over-leverage. Don't get into debt. Make sure your life is stable. Make sure you have retirement accounts. You're not in debt. You got a good household situation. If you're into collectibles, make sure you can store them safely. Climate control, away from, don't brag for theft. Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure you have everything else in life taken care of. This market can turn at any time. Everybody's just addicted to this easy Pokemon money where everything just goes straight up. It may last another year, 2 years, 3 years, but things will level out. And a lot of you watching right now will immediately disappear. You'll never watch this channel. You'll never be a Rudy patron. You'll just disappear in the night right when the market turns. As far as Final Fantasy goes, I told you already. I'll say it again because I got to keep saying it. I should have plenty of Commander decks and Final Fantasy play boxes and everything to offer you guys as patrons. The collector boxes are going to be very, very difficult to get. So even if I run a sale, it's going to be limit like 1 or 2 collector boxes, okay? So you need to order that from multiple stores that you trust. I don't do pre-orders in advance. I don't take your money in advance. I don't hold your money. It'll be offered at release. Whatever the price is, we'll take off the discount like we always do, and that's it. I'm not going to guess today. And if it skyrockets, everyone's going to be happy and oversell, and everyone's going to buy me out. If the price tanks, you're all going to close your account and cuss me out and cancel your order anyways. I don't deal with it. It'll be offered at release. I'll do the best I can. All the products should be available to patrons except the collector boxes. I will not have anywhere near enough to go around. Everything else should be fine. So collector boxes, I'm going to repeat myself. You should order again from multiple sources. Everything else should be just fine. Thanks for watching. You all have a beautiful day out there. It is a beautiful world. Florida, my allergies are getting a little better. The pollen's still pretty rough, but I'm taking my allergy medicine. And past that, thanks for watching. Oh, can't wait to launch the new PCG video. We got the new slabs ready, the really thin slabs with the computer chip. You guys are going to love these things. They're quietly updated on the website right now, but I haven't ran any promotions for anything. So technically, if you want to place a couple orders on premiercardgrading.com, you can select which slab you want during the checkout. But we haven't done the new website, and I haven't promoted it yet. We're doing a soft launch quietly for another couple weeks. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a beautiful day. As always, should we end it? What are we ending it on? The penis.